The Heroes of series is a vast and very long one. This is the starting point for the series. This is one of those games that has been in my backlog for a very long time, and I think I only played about 7 or 8 hours before something else came along and sidetracked me. This year is going to be the year that I finally get through the game. I hope. I also hope that it isn't very good, that way I don't have to play the other 400. Trails Through Daybreak is already eyeballing me from my stack of games I have yet to play. The demo takes place up until Chapter 1, I believe. I have yet to finish it yet because it's quite long. Right off the bat, the voice actor for Estelle in young mode isn't my favorite.
Oh, this sucks!
Actually, it's a little annoying, but this is just the younger version, so it should be fine. The adult version is less annoying, but the Japanese version of the game might be in my future.
Huh?
The game is a vast improvement over the original in terms of graphics, but that should go without saying. They opted to go with a more modern look as opposed to the Square Enix approach, which is to make everything 2D, 3D, or whatever the hell it's called. Not a bad look, but getting sick of it. Gung Ho has opted to use the more modern graphical styling, which means that it's not the most graphically intensive game, nor is it the most beautiful game you've ever seen. It's good enough. Bright, colorful. Some textures might need a little bit of work, but nothing too bad. The whole aesthetic is very modern anime. You can tell that the budget for this project isn't the biggest, and they chose to spend most of their resources on the physics system. Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Need I say more? Gooner game, 0 out of 10, cringe, will not age well. So it should go without saying that I'm purchasing this day one. The combat is much like that of Trails Through Daybreak. There's a real-time component to it when things are easy, and when it gets tough you can switch over to the turn-based system. I really enjoy the synthesis of the two playstyles. When you are overpowered, you can still take on the lower enemy types without having to go through all the bullshit that usually happens when you play a turn-based game. You don't have to wait for them to take their turns if they're at advantage, and you don't gotta go through all the menus. You can just whack them with your staff. This streamlines everything without removing what makes turn-based games good. When comparing to the original, it feels much more responsive. I will say that if you aren't really a fan of flashy and quick combat when it comes to the turn-based, you might not enjoy the remake. I think it is nice as opposed to something like Final Fantasy, which just went all in on the real-time. This is a good combination that should be done more often. The demo is rather lengthy, so if you wish to play it, I would carve out a few hours. Unless you intend on skipping every cutscene, then you can probably get through it pretty quickly. I've put in about an hour and a half into this demo, and I can say that there are some animation issues, voiceover issues, and just a couple of things that might be iffy for some. This clearly doesn't have the biggest budget, and I would say that the issues are pretty much in line with every modern Heroes of game, so it's not anything new. I'm excited to go through the game when it comes out. It might not be the biggest release or the most popular, but it does seem to be a very nice upgrade from the original. Hopefully I will actually get to play through the game entirely this time, but time is sparse, so who can really know for sure. One thing of note is that the PC version isn't the best. Mind you, I was playing the demo on Linux, so that could very easily explain the issues that I had, which range from strange frame drops to the lack of controller support. I'm not playing a JRPG without a controller. You gotta be insane if you think I'm gonna do that. I captured all of this footage on the PS5, and that version seems to be pretty good. No frame drops, everything looks nice and perfect, and most of all, the controller works. Thankfully, if it didn't, I would have questions. If you enjoyed this short video, leave a comment, tell me what you think about it, like if you feel like helping out a little marsupial, and have a better one.